Hello, this is Mr. Collier, and today we're doing a combinatorics question. Okay, and this first question here, 8 boys and 2 girls sit on a bench. Determine the number of possible arrangements given that the girls do not sit next to each other. So there's a couple ways to go about this. You could look at the number of ways they do sit next to each other and subtract it from the total. If you do that, the total number of ways the 10 people can sit next to each other is 10 factorial, and subtract the ways they can be sitting next to each other. That is, well, you can think of the 2 girls as one unit. So there's going to be 9. There's 8 boys and there's 1 cluster of girls, so that's 9 factorial ways to arrange them, and then there's 2 ways to arrange the 2 girls. So if we do that, we get 2,903,040. Another way to do it is the gap method, which works when this works for 2 girls sitting next to each other, or 3 or 4. So if there's a higher number of girls, then this one would be the preferred method. So the gap method, in the gap method, we look at the boys and the possible gaps in between. Okay, there are 8 boys, so there's 9 gaps. So there's 9 choose 2 ways to pick the locations for the girls. Then there's 2 ways to rearrange the 2 girls, and then 8 factorial ways to arrange the boys. So if you do that calculation, you also get the same answer. In part B, there's a few ways to do that, but if they don't sit on either end, well, we could draw out all the possibilities. There's 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But they can't sit on the ends, right? So there's only 8 possible seats for the girls to sit in, and they have to choose 2 of them. So you can do 8 choose 2 is the number of ways to pick the 2 seats. There's 2 ways to arrange the 2 girls, and there's 8 ways to arrange the 8 boys. So that gives you 2,257,920. Okay, and lastly, there's also a few ways to do this one. The girls do not sit on either end and do not sit next to each other. Well, what you can do is you can take your answer for part B. So this is number of ways they don't sit on either end. So we can take that answer and subtract the number of ways the 2 girls can sit in these 8 seats and be sitting next to each other. Okay, so if we think again, think of this is like part A. Think of the girls as one person. Or actually, let's do it this way. 2 girls can sit here. That's one spot, one location, or here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 possible locations for the 2 girls to sit next to each other. There's 2 ways to rearrange the 2 girls. And then there's 8 factorial ways to arrange the boys. So if we do that calculation, we get 1,693,440.